What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
This is not well. I washed on my face 3 times
You
today.
washed out
I'm
today?
Still round.
You washed out today?
I washed out when I don't know why I said that. I washed out a lot.
Can't tell. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
You're so mean.
to another episode of the
Unwaxed podcast. Your favorite sisters, Sophia.
Sistine.
Okay, isn't it? Don't I go first?
I don't care.
Or do you usually go first?
I feel unwell.
We're a little bit jet lagged, to say that. Actually, not a little bit. We're very jet lagged.
What time is it for us right now?
It is 5 hours ahead, I'm pretty sure, in London.
Do math.
Do math.
It's 9:30 p.m. We shouldn't be this
Yeah,
unwell.
9:30.
Why are we acting like it's 4 in the morning?
We would go to bed every night when we were in London around 9 o'clock. Because we were so tired because we were on LA time. Not LA time, where are we? New York time. This is not well. This start of the podcast is a little bit bad.
First of all, I look jacked. Wait, second of all, we've been around each other so much that we accidentally came out both in a black tank top and white bottoms.
I'm very disappointed in you. You are way more fashion forward. I'm the one that
But see,
lacks color.
My vision today was, I'm going to go minimalist Kendall Jenner with a sleek
I'm
back.
a minimalist Kendall
Chic,
Jenner.
but I was giving I want to give runway model. And I just looked in our viewfinder and I've been doing too many arms in the gym. My shoulders look so broad.
No, you don't.
I'm not, you know how some women are a strapless top, wedding gown, no sleeve kind of girl?
Yeah.
That can't be me. I look like a linebacker.
I won't lie. I actually lifted a lot today at the gym. And I really want buff arms. But this is the problem.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Don't cut to me on that, please.
My point is I actually think having strong arms is really sexy. I saw a girl the other day. She was running. And I actually made a comment to you. I was like, whoa, she has really good arms.
Definition's great. And I mean, if you got big arms,
it's making me feel better. I need Chris
definition
validation.
is cool. It's cool to have. I think it's really cool to be strong. I think strong is sexy. Strong is in.
I agree.
Sexy.
You know, I think
it's what?
Cool.
I agree. I was binging the new Simone Biles documentary last night on Netflix. So good. So good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really.
Maybe it kind of fulfilled my inner child of wanting to be a gymnast so badly.
Yeah.
But I couldn't touch my toes.
No, that's not true. Sistine was actually really good in gymnastics. We both took the same classes, and they kicked me off the team because I couldn't touch my toes, and I couldn't even do a back bend. And Sistine was able to do a backflip after a week.
You couldn't do a back bend because of your heart surgery.
Yeah, because your scar tissue was so I had an excuse, but they were like, "You can't make the team," and then Sistine suddenly comes out like baton twirling.
I'm not laughing, but you were like the ill kid. Like, please let me.
I was always on the balance beam, trying so hard to make the team. Can I tell you what I used to do? So Sistine, I used to take gymnastics, and so Sistine was just bendy, long, very Nastia Lucan. And I was
thank you.
So Sistine made on the team, but I would always go with her to the practices, even though I wasn't on the team. But I'd wear a leotard. I always hoped that I would be on the I'd go alone in the balance beam.
You wore a leotard there, you said?
I practiced a routine thinking that they would look at me one day. Go.
So you had a vision of you on the balance beam, not on the team, and they're like, who's that?
I was hoping it'd be very much, what's that movie that is so good? Stick It. That girl is just so badass. She's so cool, and she's kind of from the rough side, but she can do tons of backflips. I thought that the top to the team would be like, wow, who's that girl?
Newsflash, never happened.
And you shouldn't see what I was doing. I was just spinning on one foot.
Okay, wait, I digress.
Oh God, okay.
So I was watching the documentary last night.
Gosh.
So wildly impressed. I almost forgot how much we grew up watching her.
Yeah.
She's been around since 2014. We were watching her in the Olympics. Needless to say, Simone Biles has some pretty jacked, gorgeous arms.
Beautiful.
Made me feel better.
No, I work out arms every day. I feel like it's just, I'm trying to get to the cut part. I feel like I'm just in the bulk part.
I'll tell you why. Sophia will go into our trip that we were just on a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to your bulking, I think that's why we were on vacation, which everyone knows when you're on vacation, calories don't count.
Vacation bulk.
Vacation bulk. I think we bulked too hard.
We bulked a little too hard.
And we forgot the cutting part.
Oh, wait, can I also make a point about gym and working out and weights? I think I just watched something the other day. I think it was Joe Rogan who talked about this. do you realize how so important it is to weightlift early on in your life for you to have like the healthiest body you can as an adult?
But he looks like a thumb.
No, but I'm not.
No, right?
Sistine, it's not about that. I'm just saying, if you're not weightlifting now, you should
Okay.
start doing it.
Okay.
I feel like there's so many. I wish I had the facts with me right now, but I know there's so many studies that have shown that your tissue, your muscles, it just, you become a stronger human being as you age, and it won't be as hard for walking. Obviously, there's genetic things that happen, but like
Well,
you
I
should
believe
start
it.
weightlifting if you haven't started.
Also, you
Just a little
burn
bit.
calories after the gym when you weightlift.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
burn calories all day.
Hmm.
So get on the squat machine.
You know what we didn't do? Any of that when we were in London.
London, baby. Okay, so last episode, we talked about how I got a secret job. Chris, you missed all the lore.
Secret job.
I got a secret job in London. Very exciting. And I said, Sophia, why don't you come with me? It'll be fun. Like, we'll make a trip out of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to Amsterdam after. See the red light district. You know, eat some stroopwaffles
Stroopwafel.
and have a great time.
I only accepted this trip because I really wanted to go to Amsterdam. That was probably one place I wanted.
Not to bond with your sister?
I said we live together. We are bonding right now. But
So
yes,
you
of course,
used me for the free room.
yeah. And would anyone say no to that?
At least
Can I
just
have any?
lie.
No, I was excited to spend time with you. It was gonna be fun. We haven't done a sister trip before, and I really wanted to go to London and Amsterdam with you, especially since we hadn't been to
I know.
Amsterdam together.
We've actually never done a solo trip, just you and I.
To a place we haven't been before. Usually, if we go on trips together, they're work trips.
So I feel like we started on a really positive note, almost missed our flight.
Oh, this was really funny. I
Um,
was trying to have fun in the Delta Lounge, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna just have a good
We
time.
had 2.5 hours to go.
We
We got
had
there
2.5
way
hours.
too early.
And I was like, we can have some drinks, we can have some food, and it ended up just being drinks. And so I was just running around concocting Aperol spritzes because Sistine and I are Aperolics. Yeah, we're having a good time. And then suddenly the guy told us, he's like, get to the gate at 7:20, right? And we're like, okay, we can do that. So while
Gives us 40 more minutes of drinking.
while enjoying a drink,
Yes.
we also were like, okay, 7:20, whatever. Saw the time. We go to the gate. We're a little tipsy. We were the last ones to board the flight. Like, literally, there was a minute left. I don't think the guy told us the right time. I think, or they boarded early.
I would have
But
gotten
we almost missed our flight.
fired. I feel like my agency would have been like, you're done if
That
I
would've
missed
been bad.
that flight.
That would have been really bad.
Because we were drinking.
yeah, well, we were just
It
enjoying
was a good
the spritz.
kickstart. It was a good
kickstart.
kickstart to the trip.
And then Sistine did her job, and it was good. It was the second day we were
Okay,
there.
hold on. I got really in my head about that.
Why?
My job required me to be on camera, speaking, doing something I'm not good at for a long period of time.
You're doing
literally
it right
doing it right
now.
now. What are
No,
you
no, but I'm
You're
good at
multiple
this.
cam-
I
okay.
think I'm good at this. I was doing a task that I'm not familiar with. It's like putting me in front of American Ninja Warrior. Like, go.
That's pretty active.
That's
but okay.
it.
Fair.
But like, I wouldn't be good at it. That's
Okay.
why I would be
think
great
she's,
at
I
it.
think she's
would be.
overthinking it a little bit.
Regardless, you know, you're thinking on the spot. There's no script, so you're doing manual labor with your hands while trying to be entertaining for a few hours. So no cuts. And I go back to the green room. I said, Sophia, what did you think? You were watching, and she goes, you could tell you were super nervous. I was like,
First of all, I said you were doing great. I could tell you were super nervous in the beginning.
but now
Because
I'm in my head.
What happens is Sistine, when she's nervous, she curls her lips in and tucks her hands behind her back, and she goes. The whole time I'm like, Sistine, say something, say something.
She was talking.
I know, it was funny, but you did a good job.
Thank you.
I just sat and ate snacks, so
Thank
I did
you.
my job. And then we had the rest of the time. We had 3 days to spend in London, and we didn't really plan anything. We thought, this is the thing, we went into the trip thinking Sistine and I were gonna go out. We were gonna have fun.
Oh yeah, we're like, we're
we're
gonna go to
s-
the pubs. We're gonna go to the
box.
clubs.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna socialize. Let's not like plan too much because her and I will end up in some situation. We literally didn't do anything except get gelato every night.
We
Go to bed by
first
10.
of all, we ate so well.
We ate so well.
so much good food, which I loved.
Yeah.
The last night we were there, speaking of gelato,
Oh.
want to hear what really grinded my gears, Chris?
What grinded your gears?
Okay. I was stuffed to the brim. I didn't need dessert, but I said, Sophia, I need dessert. She's like, duh.
Mhm.
So we go get some ice cream. It's about 9:30 at night.
Mhm.
I'm walking back. It is the best gelato I've ever had in my life.
It was really, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
So I'm just inhaling. And we're walking back to the hotel, and these two blokes, these two London lads, look at us and said, don't laugh at me, Chris. Look at us and said, are you guys going out tonight? And we both at the same time, Sophie and I pointed to our ice cream, and we said, no.
We go, no.
And you know what he said to me?
What'd that bloke say?
Oh, it's
He
good.
said, do you know how many calories are in that?
Oh no.
And I said,
Yeah, it was bad.
and Sophia kept walking.
And
And,
I
I said,
then Cecilia basically goes, excuse me, like repeat it.
yeah, so he said it again. And Sophia kept walking because she doesn't want the heat. I did.
I don't want to hear about it.
I did. So I said, no, why don't you tell me? He looks down at my ice cream and he goes, that's probably about 560 calories. I said, fantastic. And
Which
he
I
goes,
actually think was pretty small. I thought it was a lot more.
honestly, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
And I said, fantastic. And he said, what, you don't go to the gym? And then he scans me up and down, scans my body. And I said, excuse me? He goes, you don't look like you go to the gym.
Oh shit.
I said, Sophia, hold me back. I said, fuck off. And he goes, you're going to speak to me like that? I go, am I in a delusional world right
I'm
now?
like, can we please go? Can we just go?
I was so, and first of all, he was a pipsqueak. I think he was
A
shorter than me.
pipsqueak.
He was shorter than you.
shorter
He was
than
a
me.
pipsqueak. He was
Him
small.
and his friend, and he's like, in my culture, you don't say F off to someone. I said, I'm sorry. Where were you raised?
I know.
In
Well,
a bar?
think about people. I don't know if that's like a normal Euro thing to do, but I've never heard of that in my entire life.
He looks like he's never lifted a weight in his life, and
No,
he's
it wasn't-
saying,
first of all-
you look like you don't go to the gym. Look at my arms
We're
today,
two
bro.
girls coming back.
Like, what do you mean?
We're two girls coming back from dinner, and we're just enjoying a gelato, and you're telling us
Like,
that,
let me live.
that you shouldn't have provoked them too. Like, I don't know why you kept asking
See,
questions.
that's what I hate.
Nah, talk shit.
That's what
Actually
I
don't,
hate.
because if you guys got murdered in
That's what
London,
I'm
that
saying.
would have
Okay,
been,
no,
that
I
would've
get
been
it.
depressing.
If
but
it was a big dude, a much older dude, I would absolutely run across the street.
Yeah.
This guy honestly looked 22, 23, and his friend, they looked young. They looked tiny. I was
Yeah, no, they looked.
like, you
looked
need
like
to
they were
learn
in
a
their
lesson,
20s.
little boy.
Yeah, Sistine basically started cussing them out and pulling her away from.
Well,
guys.
anyway, my favorite part of the trip is Sophia and I, shockingly, did not fight
one time.
wow.
I know.
I know.
I know.
We fought on the way here. We always
we
fight.
didn't fight. We bickered for a 1 second, but yeah, we did not argue at all. We didn't even bicker. It was kind of insane. I've never actually done that with you.
And you know what the
consecutively for 7
craziest part
days.
is?
What?
Every single night, we would look at each other at different times and say, I'm really happy to be here with you.
Yeah,
I'm having a really good
sweet.
time with you. What the fuck?
Well, we realized, look, we've traveled together, but normally we'll get separate rooms or whatever. Like maybe we'll share a room, but we'll have twin beds, whatever it is. But we slept with each other every single solitary night. And we like shared a closet, we shared a bathroom, and Steve and I have a lot of stuff together. And we didn't argue about it. We didn't complain about
No.
it. No one woke someone up. Everyone was just there to do their job. And it was easy.
I don't remember I think the last time we shared a bed was, maybe it was like 13.
Yeah, when we were young.
So did you notice any weird or amazing sleeping habits about me?
You know what I was surprised about was the fact you didn't end up snoring or
didn't snore.
moving.
That's
I
what
didn't
I was going to
snore.
ask.
I don't know what she used to be the
Yeah,
worst
I'll tell you
person
why.
to sleep with
I'll tell you why.
ever.
That was my biggest flaw. Okay, biggest flaw. Every single person in my family, every ex was like, oh my God, you snore, you toss, you turn, you run a marathon in your sleep. And I was so embarrassed about it that I literally trained myself. I don't know how. I think I went through a few months of REM sleeping just so I was
Mhm.
aware that I wasn't snoring,
Yeah.
so that this could happen. That you
I am proud of
validate
you
that
'cause
I'm
it
not a
worked.
snorer.
And you also just cover yourself head to toe in clothing, which is so unwell. I don't understand. I get so hot at night. I don't know how you literally cover yourself head to toe with
Well,
clothing.
it's not like you're a nudist over there. You were wearing clothes
I was
too.
wearing a tank top and shorts like a normal person in pajamas. You literally you're like a polar bear at this point. You have like your hoodie on.
I have a
You
bathrobe
have like
on.
hoodie, bathrobe over her whole set, socks.
I'll just say this. The only thing that annoyed me about sharing a bed with you is we shared a computer meaning we shared what we were gonna watch,
Yeah.
and I lost the battle every single
That's
time.
bullshit. She wanted to watch anything with Channing Tatum in it, and we did that. No, hold on. Yeah, shut up. It's true.
No, I
You-
wanted to watch something scary.
No, you never suggested scary. Sistine's lying. She's now been into rom-coms. Hello. And we watched Safe Haven.
Wait, you're gonna die,
we
Chris.
watched, and she was
Hold on.
thoroughly
Hold on,
excited.
You're
Chris,
losing
gonna
your
die.
edge right now.
So
I know.
Sophia and I, we did go on a binge of watching a ton of rom-coms in a row, and we started pulling quotes from the movie that the female protagonist would say to the guy.
Yeah.
And we said, we should recycle that and use it in real life. These guys won't know. So we started writing them down. This one's crazy.
This
Should
one's
I
the
say
best
it?
one,
This
yeah.
is a good one. So hypothetically, Unwaxers, say you're talking to a guy and he wants to take things to the next level. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? Home run.
Yeah.
And this is what you would say. This is what the female said in the movie.
She literally paused the film just to write this down.
You did too, bitch. Don't
did.
put this on me, okay? God, you're such an
I don't
asshole.
have anything like this happening anytime soon.
So this is what you say. I don't want to move too fast.
sorry, start again.
You're not even the one saying it, okay?
Good.
So you say, I don't want to move too fast. Don't get me wrong. Okay. This is so good. Oh my God. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Once I trust a person, I can experiment and get pretty generous.
Oh my god.
Wait, is that awful?
Would that
shit?
work on you, Chris?
Is that-
Anything would work. What are you talking
You're
about?
like, okay,
We're
fine,
guys.
shut up.
Wait, but I can't imagine me saying that with a straight face. Get pretty generous.
You know what's funny is that I feel like when you're in a situation like that where it like sex could happen, I think that all bets are out the window for things you can kind of say. Like everyone's kind of not in their own head, in the right like frame of mind.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you said that
In a
I don't-
whisper tone, you're fine.
That's the thing. If there was like a setup where that could happen and you said that, I don't think it would even phase the kid. I think it would be like, okay, like experiment.
It's true.
Like,
It's true.
cool.
Okay, so then after all that, I feel like the last day was pretty awful for us.
Oh, y'all, the IT power outage,
Oh, shit.
Microsoft, we were victim to the bad
Listen.
flight.
I'm going on record. I'm suing Microsoft. Can I do that?
No.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm suing
sure.
all the
Don't
IT
encourage her.
people, all the IT men in New York. I sue you.
Just
so
the
we'll,
man.
we'll explain
Just
what
the man.
happened. We basically were excited mostly about this trip because of Amsterdam. Like
Yes.
that, and by the way, we understand like how cool and crazy that sounds, and this is not to sound spoiled or anything, but we were super excited about it. We planned all these things.
We planned it for months.
So we get to the airport, Heathrow, which is like over an hour outside of the city during rush
Yes.
hour, right? We get to the airport. Immediately when we get there, they say our flight's canceled. They didn't send us an email,
Damn.
nothing.
Like as we're checking in.
as we're checking in, there was like an hour before our flight, nothing.
Mm.
And the lady is giving me sass saying they rebooked your flight. They rebooked it. And I go, honey, there's like no rebooking on this. So basically we go on the computer and we try to figure out last minute tickets. We're sitting down, like we find there's another airport,
Airport.
like over an hour away
It's like an hour 45
that
away.
has a flight that's leaving in 3 hours. So okay, we're like, let's do it. Like, let's just get on this and get in the car, taxi, whatever, and go.
At this point, we still don't know what's going on. We
This
drive
is-
an hour 45
Yeah.
to the next airport.
Yep.
What happens? Canceled.
Canceled.
Damn.
So now Sistine and I are thinking, okay, they have a flight the next day. We're really upset. We're like, do we spend a day and a half in a country that we haven't been to and like really not have that much time there? Or do we just go home? And which it sounds kind of crazy. I know everyone's probably thinking, just go.
Like we should have
Well,
stayed.
no, I'll tell you.
We
I'll
should
tell
have
you why. I'll
stayed.
tell you why. Though we were stubborn. It's not because we were just like, oh, we don't want to go. It was we had been working on this. This was not like a
Yeah.
2-hour debacle. This was us over after 7 hours of us trying to figure out a flight. And I think after 7 hours of being in a car and taxiing in airports and talking to people at the stand, you're just over it. You're like, okay, I want to go home.
Yeah.
It was already like 4 o'clock at this point.
But
We're
you know,
like,
the saving graces in all of this was our two cab drivers, Nathan and Neil.
they were amazing.
They were fantastic.
Shout them out there. They're never
Shout
gonna hear
out
this.
Nathan and Neil if you
Nathan,
guys
yeah.
are listening in the UK.
I will say taxi drivers in the UK are really, really nice.
Are
Unless
the
we just got
most
really lucky.
Lovely people
Yeah.
ever.
I don't know what it is. They're just so nice over there.
Neil was like my daughter likes your podcast. I was like,
Aw.
How sweet is
this is
that?
great. We talked for an hour and 30 minutes. It was fantastic.
It was so nice.
But I do miss America. I did miss it.
I'm not gonna lie. I love coming home. I love traveling, but there's no. Okay, wait. This is really funny. I want to show you how American we are. So we're in London, and we didn't realize that no one drinks coffee there. Like real, like filtered, extra large
Really?
coffee. No,
No.
not at all.
Tea? Just tea?
It's mostly tea. It's cappuccinos. It's
Americanos.
And some
No.
hotels like have it. The one we stayed at didn't have it. Even we went to Dunkin' Donuts, they didn't have it. Like you couldn't just get a large black coffee, which is
Mhm.
crazy, like a filtered coffee. So we finally found a Starbucks, and I would go there for the last 5 days every single morning, and they would have to turn on their pike roast just so that we could have
Which
our
is kind
coffee.
of crazy.
Isn't kind of
Because no one would have it.
That's no one would have it throughout. Even when I went there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they had to turn it on for me. At the last day, I went up to the counter and I was like, "Hello, like, can I have this?" And she goes, "Oh, I heard about you." I don't know. The accent's so bad.
That was not bad.
And I go, "What? What?" And she goes, "You're the American girls." And I go, "What
Gals.
girls, whatever, gals." And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, she goes, my friends were telling me
You don't
that-
have to do the accent
whatever. My
anymore.
friends were telling me that there's been these 2 American girls that've been coming in every single day asking us to turn on the pike roast because they want
Are
an
they mad
extra
because they have to
large.
clean another thing?
Me,
Oops.
I don't know, but she was really sweet about it. But it was funny. I was like, wow. I realized either one, I'm a coffee addict, and 2, they don't have their coffee there. I know it sounds such a stupid example, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's just, I love travel, but I realize I love my bed
I
so
just love
much
my
more.
bed. yeah.
And I wish I was that girly that could go for 3 months and just go to freaking Bali and Thailand.
I
Like,
actually am
can't
really
do it.
jealous of those girls. I think the people that can do those super cool travel trips anywhere and just hop on a flight and take like 16 flights
You
to
know
go somewhere.
why? You know why they have
I'm
fun
so
doing it?
jealous.
Because they're probably in relationships.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Damn.
No,
Just
it's
do-
true.
What?
A lot of those
She's
vlog
like, get
people,
me out of here.
who's the pinnacle of that? It was Jay Alvarez and Alexis Friend.
No, but like now I'm seeing these travel
Travel
videos of like
people.
these solo girls doing
Oh.
this all around the world, and they're hiking and they're going on. And I can't look. I don't like hikes that much. I don't like traveling in tiny, small, scary planes to different countries. that I
Yeah,
haven't
you
been
got
to.
a bad anxiety attack. I was like, chill, girl.
I was going to talk about that. So we finally get a flight back to New York the next day in the morning. And I just want to say that the last 5 days in London, I really didn't sleep. Like I hadn't really adjusted. I was really stressed out the day before about the whole flight situation with Amsterdam and the IT outage. And so when I have the trifecta of being also, I have anxiety disorder, having anxiety
Mm-hmm.
naturally, no sleep, and a ton of caffeine, it's kind of like a recipe for disaster. So I felt really nauseous the whole day. I kept saying to Christina, like, I really want to throw up. I don't know what's going on. She's like, you're tired. Maybe it was the coffee. So I get on the plane, and if anyone's had an anxiety attack, it feels like this. I'm sitting there, and for some reason, I can feel the pressure of the plane.
What?
Like I can feel my weight heavier sitting in the seat, which is really weird. And I felt even more nausea coming on. And I kept looking around, but I was focused, but not really focusing. Like anytime I would look at something, it would just be, it wasn't blurry, but I just couldn't focus on it. I don't even know how to explain it. And suddenly at a certain point, I felt this like wash come over me, like prickly all over myself. And I could feel my heart just start pounding, like racing. And I looked at my hand started shaking. And I was like, oh God, I'm having anxiety. Or
Yeah, because you
I guess
reached,
that's a panic attack.
I think it was a panic attack because you reached over to me and it literally looked like, yeah, you were like vibrating. Like your
Yeah.
whole body was,
My whole body
and
was
it wouldn't stop.
vibrating, shaking. And the thing is, what's really scary about a panic attack is that I'm telling myself I'm okay. Like I remember sitting
That's
there.
so freaky.
My body is doing all of this stuff, like
Mhm.
heart racing, I'm sweating, I'm shaking. And I'm like, Sophia, it's okay. I'm trying to breathe. I couldn't get a grip on it. And I saw the Inside Out thing. I don't know if you've seen Inside Out 2. The whole thing of everyone was like, oh, this is how it feels to have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. So basically, I guess in the movie, anxiety is one of the emotions. And I guess the girl in the movie was having a panic attack. And the whole room is like flooded with like papers and like a tornado. And when Hope or Joy, whatever the main character, goes into the tunnel, it's calm. But everything around is panic, but like in the middle you're calm, which is really a weird
That's
sensation.
so weird.
So I grab Sistine's hand. She can feel me shaking. And immediately Sistine comes around, and we're supposed to still be in our seats. It still like says seatbelt on.
We just took off. I shouldn't have got up.
Yeah, it was like we just took off. I'm sitting back, and she sits on top of me and like wraps my arms around her. Oh my God, I start crying. she like,
Why are you crying?
because it was so sweet.
Don't cry.
It meant a lot. It meant a lot for me. And she like
Oh.
held my hand, and I was like, I felt so. Oh my God.
Wait, I wasn't. Oh God, I don't
No,
just-
you don't have to cry or anything. It's fine. I'm just like, it just meant a lot to me because I felt in that moment like it was really scary. Because when you have a panic attack, and I didn't have any of my usually I have a medication that like helps me calm down, but I didn't really have it with me. And so having Sistine's weight on me, so I didn't feel the pressure of the plane. Like she got my arms around, like she held me when I was shaking, and she immediately turned on Coco.
No one can be sad during Coco.
And
But it was good for me. It was
And-
like you were
yeah.
a human massage.
and I was
chair.
just like, it was like,
No, it was. I mean, like immediately.
yeah,
Do that.
immediately, like,
I got yelled at by a stewardess
yeah,
who then routed me
it's
out to another
the
one.
guy was so mean. Like he could see me shaking,
And I said, sir, she's having a panic attack. I need to be here. And he goes to the front, tries to rat on me. And I said, bring it. I'm a literal bulldog right now. You will have to literally send me off in a parachute if I'm moving from this chair. There's no way.
yeah. And so
Like,
the
I'm
lady
not
that he
moving.
like tattled us on, this other stewardess, she came up, and she could see me, and I was finally getting kind of calmer, but she could see I was crying, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I just had a panic attack, and she's helping me out right now. And
She was funny. She was like, just breathe. Breathe.
She was
Just breathe.
She goes, breathe in 8, hold it for 8, breathe in out for 8. She goes, I get panic attacks all the time. Don't worry. I just had one this morning. And I was like, I love you. But
That's
it-
what sisters are for.
But it really helped me. And it was like, I knew if I was alone on that, I would have been so bad. I would have
Yeah.
been really bad, especially when you have a panic attack and you can't get out. I'm in a plane.
That's true.
And the plane just
Oh,
took
God.
off, and I felt it was just the worst scenario.
That's
And you
awful.
just helped me so much. We watched half of Coco, and we were laughing, and yeah, thanks. Didn't mean to get emotional
Do you want to
there.
know why I put on Coco? Channing Tatum's in it. I'm just kidding.
God forbid.
I'm trying to like. I love you. You know I would do that. You do that for me 1,000
No, I
times
know,
over.
I know. It was really fun though. The rest of the flight was 8.5 hours long, and it was easy. But I'm glad to be home. Honestly,
I feel like I'm behind on life though.
why?
I don't know. It's like when you go on like a little trip,
Oh.
you're just so like lazy and slow and
I hate leaving for a trip for a long period of time. And when I have all this work I have to do, I feel so behind because on vacation, you're not going to do it. You're just enjoying your vacation. And then suddenly you come back, you're like, oh my God, like I have an actual life at home. Like I have people I have to see. I have a boss I need to talk to. I have a job I need to get done. I have work I have so far behind. I have like laundry I need to do. And it just, it's almost like, I don't know. I feel like the last 2 days, I'm like, oh my God, I have so much things to catch up on.
I know I feel behind. I feel behind on my relationship life.
In what way?
Like I need to get back out there.
What are you talking about?
Like I
Get
need
back
to
out there.
see people that I know. Like I need to see my friends, see men.
You are seeing men.
N-
You have a date tomorrow.
Oh my God. Speaking of, okay, so I went on a date with this guy that I'm also going on a date with tomorrow. But I want to give a shout out to the Unwaxed girlies, especially the New York Unwaxed girlies, because I was on a date. He picks me up, he parks his car, and all of a sudden I hear, Sistine! And this one cute Unwaxed girly with her mom comes running up being like, I love the podcast. I love you. And Sophia, you made me look so cool in front of this guy. And he was like, who is that? I'm like, just a fan, just a follower. Like, oh my God. It was like it's almost like a paid actor.
I never have that. So can you guys please come up to me on a date like that?
Sophia, people do. You also are juggling men at the moment.
No, I've gone rid of all of them.
Today?
Yeah.
Damn. She did a real cleanse there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on this, I don't know. Sometimes I dabble in threads on Reddit and other websites, and I found this one thread, and I want to run it by you guys. Just speak openly and see what you guys feel about it. So there's 2 subtopics. This one was how to make a guy like you fast, And then the other one was how to break his ego. So I'm going to read you what they wrote, and you're going to tell me what you think. Okay. Especially from a man. If a girl did this, let me know if it would make you like her very fast. Okay. So the first one they said was text his full name, and when he responds, say, never mind.
I'd be like interested. I'd be
Okay,
like, what is
okay.
this?
If a girl sends you a picture of her outfit and says, which one do you like?
Oh, I'm great at that. I like that game.
See, okay, that's a good one.
like that.
Tell him you guys can't be together, but don't give a reason why.
I feel like we're getting into the ego portion.
No.
Wait, I don't understand.
Well,
this
think
one.
about it. Like, say if it's almost like a teasing game, right? Like it's a
Oh, you're saying like, oh, this would never work as a joke.
yes. But also like maybe not a joke, and then don't tell him why, and then he's gonna try to make it work faster. For himself
I
a
don't know
little
if that
bit.
one would work.
Okay.
I feel like
okay.
a guy would be like, what? And then-
What if she tells you she had a dream about you, and when he asks what it was, don't tell him?
So this is just confusing the man until
Oh,
he's like,
yeah,
I guess I like this.
Okay,
chick."
let me get into the ego. Never mind.
I feel like this whole purpose is to really just get inside a guy's head.
Okay, and the
Yeah.
last
and
one
make
was
him think about you more.
yeah.
It
And the
would,
last
that would
one
probably
was,
work.
Right,
yeah.
see?
So maybe I'll change that. But the last one was to give him tasks. Like I guess the
To give him tasks. What is he, a
like,
task
pick up my
rabbit?
laundry.
Yeah, like wait.
Mount
give
my
him-
television.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the other one. I like the other one better. Okay. So how to break a man's ego.
Okay.
Again, I didn't do this. I didn't write this. So these are things you would say.
Male egos are very fragile, so this should
This'll be easy.
work
Oh, yeah.
pretty well.
I just
So-
ended something with someone. It wasn't serious, by the way, and it was very nice the way I ended it. And he's already posting on his story like
Yeah.
my favorite quote, and it's like I can't be rejected. It's like
Oh no!
why you should- yeah, how
He's
rejection's a
if he's
good
posting
thing.
quotes,
we went on
it's a
two
bad.
dates. It was by the way, it was like
That's
very
bad.
very casual, and I was just like, oh, like I'm not gonna ghost you. I'm just gonna be forthright and be like, hey, like I just don't see this going anywhere. And
I don't know if I've ever actually done that before, but I've definitely thought about it a couple of
I've
times, and just
never-
the thought of me doing it was like,
It's
oh,
so-
I'm
by the
really
way,
down
so
bad.
I will
I
tell
have
you
to
this.
stop.
That's so ick.
I never did it.
No, good. Because I'll tell you this. Anyone that posts stuff out of pettiness because you're hurt on social media, don't.
And the women too. That's
Don't.
equivalent to posting.
No, I'm
like,
saying for men and
Ariana
women.
Grande, thank you next in your story. I'm like,
No,
oh,
don't.
come on.
I don't, guys. Women, if let's say you get rejected by a guy and you're in your feels, I feel you. I get it. I put on a playlist that's called "Crying in the Shower Doesn't Count." Cecina has that actually, and I tell you right now, keep it there. Talk
Keep
to
it
your
to
friends.
yourself.
Talk
Yeah.
to your parents. Talk to your girlfriends. Talk to your
It's
journal.
so much cooler and so much more unbothered if
Be
you don't do anything.
mysterious.
Yeah.
Do not be the girl. that
Maybe you should have
reposts-
written this.
No, but I
This
just
is better than what
because
the
when he
Reddit gave
posted
me.
that, it was just such an ick, and I just thought, and look, I understand you can be hurt, and like it's okay, and I'm not judging you. Feel your feelings, but I don't know. I just like don't post a quote by some guy that's like rejection is redirection. Like, come on.
Oh
like,
no, was that it?
It was like something similar to that, yeah. And I was like, oh gosh, and I felt bad, but I'm like, God, dude, come
Well,
on.
it worked. We're talking about it. It worked.
It did something.
Okay. So back to this. So, Chris, I want you to react how you would respond
Okay.
if a female wrote you these messages. 1, I'm not mad. I'm just losing interest.
That's tough. That's
Whoa.
tough.
Whoa.
That's tough.
I know. Okay, here's another one. If I'm too much for you, you're just not enough.
Yeah, this is just like you taking it right to the
Shit.
chest.
I know. Oh, this is my favorite one. I'm gonna use this one one
Damn,
day.
these are
Hopefully I don't
rough.
have to, but this would be such a like.
If a guy said this to me, my ego would be crushed.
Yeah.
No,
this
this
is not
one
for
I
just
love.
guys. This is for guys and girls.
This one I love, and this is for the girlies that double dip into men, which we've all been victim of. Going backtracking, and you're just finding yourself in the same pattern. Mr. Pickle, I'm looking at you. Okay, this is my favorite line. You keep coming back, so obviously I'm not the problem.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ow! I don't think that was as bad as the other one.
Oh, but this is my favorite. This one's good too. This last one. You never seem to learn from your mistakes. That's crazy.
I think the first one was pretty bad.
I'm not mad, just losing interest.
Oh, I think people really care if someone likes you a lot. And it's like, if it's showing like losing interest, like what is wrong with me? I think the mistake one's like, oh, like she's just being better or whatever. But when someone says like, oh, I just don't want to date you because I don't have any interest in dating
Like I'm
you.
not interested
Like
in you.
I'm not interested in you. Like I liked you, and at some point during that time of liking you, I found things about you that I didn't like, and so therefore I'm not interested. Like
that would be
that is so bad. Like
Can you
it's-
imagine though, as humans, we didn't have the ability to lie. So like if you were breaking up with someone, it would be that direct and honest. My ex is moving here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know.
Just
Welcome-
when you thought
wel-
you could get away, they come
Welcome
back.
to the world of avoiding your ex in the concrete jungle. It's actually very hard or very easy depending on your route.
You know what?
Some people you'll run into all the time.
I
some people you'll
embrace
never.
it. Bring it on. No.
No.
Even my mom called me the other night and she goes, just don't fall into your old patterns, Sistine. Don't let it swoon you again. I was like, Mom, I won't.
You're
God."
fine. I think you've been swooned enough.
Should we do some unsolicited advice?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I guess these are kind of all on the topic of dating men, boys, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So the first one said, how to know if he likes you or he's playing you. I feel like that's a really obvious line.
Yeah, I think it's the time and the effort. I think
Time and effort,
I
that's
think
it.
a guy, and this is so true, is when you know, you'll know. And I know that sounds so silly, and I know everyone's probably like, oh, we already know. But y'all, if he likes you, he's going to text you all the time.
make it
He's
known.
going to make it known. He's gonna want to see you. He's asking you questions. The effort's there.
Here's patterns that we've noticed with our friends when they're getting played, very obviously. They'll only receive messages at 11 o'clock at night if they're at a bar or they're just hooking up.
Mhm.
And then after that interaction, they won't hear from them all week. No dates,
Yeah.
no small talk, no how was your day until the next week and they do it again.
I will also say, I remember the one that always texts me out of the blue. He asked about the Long Legs movie with you.
I hate that guy.
Okay, he's the perfect example of a player or someone that plays you.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you what I
Tea.
noticed because I actually liked him and I wanted to go on dates with this guy.
Mm.
And this was like months and months ago, but I found very quickly that it was not the case. So he would only send messages every like 6 hours to me responding within like 30 minutes. So first off, the effort wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
If we tried to plan a date, it was very like vague in terms of the date, the time, where he'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
He was
and
doing
then
half effort.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then when he would ask me out, he'd be like, okay, you want to go tomorrow night, like Wednesday. I would respond and say like, oh, it's too late. I filled your slot with my girlfriend who was actually ready to. I said that to him. I was like, I filled your slot with my girlfriend.
Damn.
And he immediately texted back. Immediately right
Mm.
when I said no and rejected him, he came back. And so when that happened, because he never answered faster than 6 hours, I knew. I was like, you're playing. So if a guy is only giving you something because you're pushing him away, he's playing you. If he's overly love bombing you and telling you all these things you want to hear every 6 hours even, and like telling you you're pretty at 11 p.m. at night, he's playing you.
He just wants to sleep with you, if that's the case.
Yeah. And if you want to do that,
And if he likes you,
Godspeed.
and if he likes you, it's like they will find any stupid reason just to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like literally, it'll be a meme
Yeah.
or a flower they thought looked like you. I don't know. They will
Yeah.
send any message just to try to speak with you.
A
throughout
guy
the
that
day.
has a crush on a girl,
It's very obvious.
it's very obvious. And also, they don't stop thinking about you.
Also-
they think about you 24/7. They
also,
think about like what
women
you're doing.
have a very good intuition.
Yeah.
So it's very obvious to us. Like we know when a guy likes us, and if you're not getting that feeling,
It's the eye contact.
mm.
It's the touches. It's the hangouts. Oh, I miss having a crush.
okay.
Chris, stop laughing at me. I need one.
Not Sophia canceling 4 men in one
No,
day, being like,
two. And two in the span of like 2 days. Let's let.
Okay.
And also, I went on 1 or 2 dates with them. I was not.
next
Seeing them.
question.
Opinion on boyfriend following half naked girls on Instagram.
And he's liking them, etc.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can either unfollow them or you stay following them and I unfollow you.
Okay, so here's
life.
I'm gonna go the other foot of this. And Sophia and Scarlett always yell at me because they're like, you're wrong for feeling this way. My whole thing is if the guy I'm seeing follows women, fine. And if it's like porn stars and it's really extreme accounts, I'm going to say, okay, there's something going on. But if it's, you know, hot Instagram girls, fine.
No.
My whole thought is if he wanted them, go out and try to get them. Clearly he can't. He can't. So it's like, I don't want to
Well, I'll
put
tell you this.
restrictions on.
But what if he glows up?
Exactly.
What if he glows
What
up?
if he glows up? You might be able to get him.
Then I'm gonna step up my game.
Oh shit!
This is
Glow
this.
up
then.
competition.
Wait, this is my opinion on
Oh
it.
God. Now I'm rethinking this.
If I'm going into seeing a guy and he has a lot of like these chicks with, by the way, these girls are beautiful, all these beautiful models
Yeah.
and bikini Miami swim week girls on his Instagram, like hundreds and hundreds. I'm not going to totally dispel you, but it does give me a little bit of a red flag.
It's a beige
If you're
flag.
continuing to follow them after getting in a relationship with me, huge no.
Yeah.
Because what if I'm following the entire cast of Magic Mike London? Like, you want me to go do that? No, you don't like it. But then also on top of that, if you're liking those girls' photos,
That's wrong. Don't interact.
it's okay if it's your friends, your girlfriend's friends, and like she's in a like that's fine.
Or you
If-
met them at some day party.
no,
somewhere
it's
or
fine for me
whatever.
if it's like all my girlfriends in bikinis and they're posting their trips and like my boyfriend's liking. That's fine. Like I don't care about that. But if you're liking these random Instagram models' photos,
No, it's not good.
no, it's not good.
Maybe I feel you're changing my mind, but maybe my initial reaction was what it was because my ex still had 2 dating profiles up after a year of us together.
Huh?
And I only found out, this is a crazy story.
Yes, it is.
We were on
It
a
gets
on a
worse.
trip, and we had landed back in LA. So obviously our phones didn't have service until we landed. And my phone was dead, so he's sitting in the middle. I'm sitting to the left of him, and he's just on his phone. He opens it, and immediately I see like 3 Raya notifications ding. And I said, "What?" And that only happens if you're like active and your profile is
Yeah.
still up, the whole thing. Also, now that I realize that, you only get a notification if you match with someone.
Yeah. Oh no, he
What
was
the hell?
he was having fun on that. He texted me, and I remember I will never forget the message. She goes,
What did I say?
you said
Oh God.
I see Ryan notifications on his phone, and I go, are you joking? What did you say to him? And she goes, nothing. She doesn't say anything. I go, say something right now while you caught him red-handed. Nothing.
I did. He denied it.
Dude,
and then he said,
you
"Look, it's
say-
deleted."
and
I
then
think
you
he ran to
say,
the bathroom and
hand it
deleted
over.
No, that's what happened. I do remember. I was in a group of people too, so I couldn't make a scene. But I do remember on the way home, he like ran to the bathroom, deleted it because he saw that I saw.
Unwell.
Unwell.
That would have been enough for me to go sayonara.
Okay, next question.
Wait, no, I want to.
Oh,
I want
God.
to. No, this is not even about you. Did you guys hear about the new Instagram update?
Chris, you're gonna die.
I have not.
This is wild. Sistine actually discovered this. So you can see now by clicking on the top right corner. Let's say you're going on to my profile.
Mhm.
You click on the top right corner and you click on see shared activity. So basically, this feature allows you to show what month, year you guys followed each other. Like you could have followed me months ago. I could have followed you recently.
And then it shows all of the photos that you've liked on my profile and commented.
Ladies, toxic hack. Don't do it, but do it if you're curious. If there's a girl that's like stressing you out. If you go onto his Instagram by somehow you found his phone and you
Somehow.
yeah
Somehow.
Sometimes phones are
somehow
there.
he's like asleep and you're just like
Somehow Face ID did like work.
You take
Somehow
it out
it's
of his
3 in the morning.
pillowcase.
Somehow it's 3 a.m. You knew his password because you were
You
innocently
can
asking
see
this morning
every comment and like
You can
and
go onto
follow
the-
he has done in
for
chronological
that
order.
girl. But just for anybody. It's
You can do
pretty
it
wild.
for specific people. It's
there was
crazy.
a guy that followed Sistine and I that I was seeing.
This is one of
And
the
I-
3.
Oh no.
And I was seeing if he had been liking a lot of her photos before me going on a date with him. Because I'm like, I don't want him to like comment photo. So he's liked a lot of mine, but then when we went on hers, he didn't
He's
like
only
any.
like 2.
So I was like, okay, you're golden.
Okay, next question. Why is ghosting and dropping others so easy for people to do these days?
Because you could just do it and get like distracted
Exactly.
by other stuff.
Yeah, I just feel like the phone is such a good excuse, and I hate when people say, "Oh, I'm a bad texter. I'm never on my phone." I think that's bogus.
I think people have a lot more anxiety today about confrontation.
100%.
And I think that this is made because we have cell phones. It's just made it a lot easier for people to,
yes.
ghost. Because think about back in the day, we didn't have cell phones. So if you didn't like a date, you just didn't say anything. You didn't call them. You didn't you didn't meet up with them. But now because everyone has a device where we can communicate, it's really no excuse. So now there's a significant amount of ghosting.
I also think there's an issue with our generation where we always are looking for the next best thing. Like it almost feels like, especially like 25 to 26, 27-year-olds, it's even younger. Like there's so many options and there's so many apps and there's so many accounts and there's so many different ways of meeting new people that you're constantly looking for something better than the last person. I don't know. I just think there's too many options.
There's a lot. Well, yeah. We literally have a phone that shows us the hottest and best and greatest lives and bodies of people. And so we're constantly thinking like, oh, can we do, or not me necessarily, but we're always thinking like, can we do better? Can we do better? But ghosting
Chris,
wise,
why do you ghost people?
does Chris ghost people?
I've ghosted people before.
I mean, we all
I've
have.
ghosted.
What the fuck?
Oh shit, I just realized I ghosted someone and I literally told myself I need to answer him. And because
I've done that before
because he
too.
double texted and he like made a joke about how I ghosted him.
You are the problem.
And
You
I-
literally said
oh
people
my
forget. It's no
God.
excuse though.
No, but oh shoot, I feel so bad.
Oh no.
I feel bad. Just kids don't do it. I feel guilty.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna go
run
answer.
into him right now. Like, what's the reaction?
Oh God, I honestly would be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't even know what I would do. I think I would be
I know.
scared. Yeah,
Everyone's
oh,
a
no.
strong ghoster behind the phone, but the second you confront them in person, ooh.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna respond back.
How long ago was this?
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks.
If it's
Actually, okay, you can tell me this.
That's
When
so
is it
embarrassing.
acceptable to like go back to the? Okay, let me see.
but then there was one time where but it was like a week. There was one time where I
Wednesday,
ghosted somebody and I was
Wednesday.
like planning. I kept planning to be like, oh, like I'm gonna like just break this off with this person. And I was literally talking to my friend about it like almost a week to the day. And he was like, dude, just like say like you're not interested, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I feel like it's been like a while now.
Yeah.
And he's like, just do it. And then she literally texted me and she was like, Chris, what the fuck? And I was like, damn, I feel
Oh,
like a real
shit.
asshole.
Dude, to be called out is crazy.
I felt like
What?
such an-
What?
What happened?
You're lying.
No, what?
He
You're
just texted you?
lying.
No. What is it? I'm sweating.
I don't think you'll care about this, but if any girlies love this,
Oh, wow.
do you know like A Court of Thorn and Roses, the book that's been blowing up? No, wait, listen.
Thank you guys for
I
listening.
just know,
I'm
you
literally
guys,
going
I just
home.
got a DM from Sarah J. Mass's team.
Oh, that's really cool.
She's
Yay.
huge. No, she's. Are you guys?
Wait, what does it say?
What does it say? Let me read. I'm gonna go read. It says like she's gonna send.
Okay, we love you guys. Sophia's gonna have a panic attack in a good way. We'll see you next week. Mwah, bye.